Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about one of the most frequently posed questions to bourbon fans. What's your favorite bourbon? My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Kuhl, Goeken, Jeff Andreezy, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, hello. So, yeah, this is a tough question. It's a simple question, but it's a difficult one. If you're truly a fan, like we are, you're really immersed in this. You have a lot of bottles. You have a lot of favorites. So we'll get to how we handle that after the break. We'll talk about it, see if maybe we can get something that can become an official answer. I don't know if we will, but we'll give it a try. For right now, though, we're going to talk to Goeken, who said he has something he wants to talk about, or a story or something. What do you got, man?
Well, I just got back from a week's vacation, and I spent a few meals at the fast food chain restaurant. Okay. And I one of the parties that was in our trip uses the app instead of he waits until he doesn't even order until we get in the restaurant, and he sits down so he has a table number, and then he orders on the app, and they bring you your food.
Okay.
We were going for ice cream, and the closest place to us to get ice cream was McDonald's. And we jokingly said, well, the machine's broken anyway. There's not going to be any ice cream. We should go somewhere else. And he's like, oh, I'm going to get mine on the app before we walk in. So he orders, he sits down, throws the table number out on the thing, and my wife and my son and his wife all go up to the counter, and they order like 5 hot fudge sundaes for the group. And then he's ordered his on the app. She brings his out and then comes and tells us that the machine is out and they don't have any more until midnight.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's bullshit.
Yeah. It's like he did. He ordered it on his way into the restaurant. We're like, you just ordered it so you get the last one because you know the machine's going to break, and it did.
He broke the machine.
Yeah,
the machine.
Yeah, they were out, but they said apparently they get a shipment of ice cream at midnight. They would have ice cream at midnight if we wanted to wait.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Wasn't broken, just ran out. Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys use the app?
No, I don't. I don't even understand it. I hate when I'll pull up to a drive-thru and they'll be like, "Are you using the app today?" No, I'm fucking sitting right here, you dumbass. Ask me what I want to get. I don't even understand how that works. It seems like if I don't understand it. I just don't even understand it.
Yeah, my cousin that was the guy that ordered his brother and his wife. When we go on motorcycle rides, as we decide, like, oh, we're going to head to the McDonald's, over there. She's on there and ordering. Before we ever get there, they walk in, grab their meal, and go sit down. Like, it's there.
Maybe it's a better way. I don't know.
Well, they're getting free stuff all the time. It's like they ordered this, and then they got a free double cheeseburger with it. And they went here, and they got a free Frosty, and they got an app for probably 10 different chain restaurants.
Correct. It's the only way to go. You can't get any more Midwest than using the app for any food establishment that has one because of all the coupons that are there. And the buy one, get ones, the extra points of free stuff. I mean, Dunkin' Donuts this morning, I ended up ordering for a family of 4, and I saved another $10.50 with all the add-on coupons that I do. Now, I think I personally have caused McDonald's to change their policies on their coupons because there was a time when you could get 20% off of $10, and they had $10 or more food was 20% off, and they had their $5 meal deal. So I get two $5 meal deals of like a burger, whatever it was, a burger or McChicken, 4 chicken nuggets, small fries, and a drink. Then I get another 20% off of that. Well, they killed that now. So they stopped that policy. I was doubling up there. I was doubling up on buy one, get one free breakfast sandwiches, and then adding, or it was buy one, get one on the breakfast burritos, and then something else I double up on a coupon, and they killed that too. But yes, it is the only way to go. I'm 100% with your cousin there. Completely right. We get priority. We are a higher level of human thinking, and they respect us for that.
I don't have an argument against Tim for saying that. I mean, that all sounds pretty good. It just, I write it off as my dignity's worth something, and I don't have a McDonald's app on my phone where I'm ordering food from them because I really hate them as well as every other fast food place. So it's not like I never go. There's times when you gotta go there. So, but.
I have a full subfolder of dining apps.
Look at that.
Look at there.
Ridiculous.
Now, that's not even all of them. Those are only the ones that I've utilized in the past 30 days, because if I don't use it in 30 days, I remove it so I can keep myself safe. And I wait for them to email me to come back.
You've been to that many fast food
coupon.
places in 30 days.
How many do I go in 30 days? Oh, maybe tops 3 or 4 tops.
Okay.
If I have to make it, that's usually just either fast breakfast in the morning when I'm buying it for free off an app, or something where I just don't want to cook on something. And I usually I'm a chicken fan, not a burger fan, because I don't think the burgers that they feed you is actual meat. Now I also have some consideration and some.
I think the chicken's
100% the chicken's
as
real.
well.
Yeah, the chicken
it probably comes out of a tube,
of
but still, yes.
Okay. The chicken nugget of today is way different than the chicken nugget of 15 years ago.
Yeah,
yes.
In some ways.
In
some ways, it's still
exactly
the same.
Yeah.
I tell you, go get a Taco Bell chicken nugget. They'll change your life.
That's a
religious experience. Taco Bell's our chicken nugget game.
They are different.
I think it's Burger King. Don't they have the chicken fries?
Yes, they do. Yes, that is not chicken.
What the hell's going on?
What about the Cheetos flavored chicken fries from Burger King?
It's real chunks of chicken.
Flavored.
Yeah.
No, none of this. We don't want any of it. Jeff, help me out here. You're not using a damn app to order food, are you?
I do for Jimmy John's.
For
I've got Jimmy John.
Jimmy John's is a pass. Jersey Mike's, the sandwich apps are a pass. That's absolutely
no.
Yes.
As Gail the Snail used to say, no.
I do have the McDonald's app on my phone, but sure. I am still boycotting McDonald's, and I'm on like 4 months now.
And why are you boycotting them?
I went and waited in line forever and ever one day, and the food was still cold, and I just said, "This is ridiculous."
Because you didn't order on the app. That's what it was.
Probably.
They'll run an ice cream machine for you if you have the app.
Yeah, the app is a bypass to the ice cream
You should
machine.
have sat at the table, used the app, and ordered 5 more fudge sundaes, and they would have come out to the table.
Oh God, I can't even think of the last time I went into a fast food restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. KK, you using the app to order your fast food?
No.
Thank God.
I really just don't eat fast food.
Right. Well, neither do I. But sometimes at the shop, I mean, I'm there all day.
Got to do what you got to do.
And the warden will bring in fast food. That's about it. Or on road trips. So, drive through on the thing. So that's the exceptions. But yeah. Justine, I don't see Justine get on an app.
She's probably using the app right now.
She's ordering up
She's
dinner.
door dashing.
The only
I hate that
app,
too. I hate that too. Yeah.
That's a whole nother small talk. I got a whole problem with that place.
the only fast food app I've ever used is Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
And
That's not fast food. That's food with care.
just to bypass the drive-through that is 5 miles long.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I will order it because it's only like a couple miles from my work. So I will order it in the parking lot at work, drive to Chick-fil-A, and when I'm pulling into the parking lot, I click I'm here.
Oh.
And so then by the time I find a parking spot, walk in the building, my food is ready, and then I go back to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our Chick-fil-A, my local Chick-fil-A, got an upgrade to their drive-through. There are 2 lanes for drive-through and
they're all
one
doing
lane
that now.
for
Yeah.
the mobile app bypass. So I can pull around all of the simpletons and pull right up, scan the code, and it picks up my order, and I just wait there, and they walk it to me now. I don't have to wait at the window; they walk it to me, and it's like such a moment of pride when you put 25 people in line because you just ordered on an app, and I got my free lemonade with it too. Suck it
Until everybody gets the app, and then their line
I'll
is
go back
crowded,
inside again.
I
and
can
you
only
go
hope.
back to
I
the
can only
other
hope
one.
that happens. I only hope. Goeken, you got this thing going. Have you converted to the app? You started out by sharing a story about a friend. It wasn't you, so are you starting to use the app?
I have the app, but I don't know how to use it.
Okay.
I have not tried to use it, and I'm usually the one driving. So the missus she's used it a couple of times, but
Okay.
we usually go in and like to look at the menu and
Sure. Looking at
around, yeah. And then I know I'm getting
30
fresh
years.
food when I go inside and order it
Right.
because they have to make it then.
Well, if you did what your buddy does, orders what he's in there, that same thing would happen, I guess. At the
Yeah.
end. Well, but yeah. But I don't know. It's not my thing. And I'm probably wrong on it. And probably at some point I'll end up downloading them all, and I'll come on the show and I'll be talking about how great apps are. We need to all just like Skechers. I have no credibility anymore after the Skechers incident. So I hate it right now, but it'll probably be 6 months down the road. I'll be singing the praises of ordering via app. Let's just admit it right now.
I went into the Skechers. I went into the Skechers store at the outlet mall yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was looking for the ones that had Goodyear on them.
With the Goodyear, yeah. Goodyear technology.
And I could only find one pair, I think, that had Goodyear listed on them.
Well, yeah.
And they only came in extra wide.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
You'll have to look online. They got everything online. They got the regular size, the extra wide. They got all sizes. Probably there's 8 different ones with Goodyear. Yeah.
It's like using an app, Goeken, to get your shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Skechers app for that.
It's a Skechers app, so it's called the website.
On a quick note about Skechers to close this one off, Steve.
Yeah.
The general bought the middle kid some new shoes after coming back from gallivanting around Europe for his second semester of his sophomore year. And he looked at the label, and they were Skechers. And he's like, damn it, Hinkley, I can't wear these. How does she know? And she's smiling. So, yes. You have impacted people's lives, including a soon-to-be 20-year-old who knows that Akeley wears Skechers, and now I'm at that age, and they are very comfortable. He does not dispute that, and the soles are solid.
Yeah, I've heard from like at least 10 people that have got Skechers since I said to do that. So I don't know, who knows how many. This is the first I've heard of this one, so who knows how many there really are. It's pretty wild, but you know what? Not one person's complained that got them, been like, yeah, I got those Skechers. They're freaking terrible. No, everyone's like, these are fucking awesome. Yeah, so.
Damn it, I'm one of them now.
I gotta give it to the Skechers people. I hated them, but now what are you gonna do? I'm part of the problem. I'm wearing them, loving it. Yeah, I'm singing the praises.
You sent me the link for those, Steve, but I can't find it, so I'm still Sketcherless.
So you can find Jeff Andreezy at the Cigar Dojo. You can track him down in Minnesota and send him a pair of Skechers. That's what he's asking for.
Yeah, I sent him the link to the exact ones I got with the step-in technology, the Goodyear soles,
and the Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg, the whole thing. But no.
And you can be sure if if McNew said she wanted a pair, that she'd have 5 or 6
showing up
shipped
full
to her.
size.
Yes. Yeah. It's a treasure trove for her going to the mailbox. So yeah. She texts me one day and says, like, I moved. If we want to get the word out there, do I want to get the word out there that you moved so you could get more free stuff? She's worried that people are going to send to the old address. So we got to make that a standalone.
Should do a drive-by once a week to see if there's any packages on the porch.
Yeah. She probably is driving by her old place. Is that for me?
Or a ring doorbell and have the username and password and watch what's being delivered every day at the front door.
Right. Yeah. So there you go. On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's go with Justine first. We're gonna start with Justine because she looks ready.
It is Pop Nut Soda, Justine Mays.
Justine Mays.
I have Corsair Dark Rye.
Okay. Wow, that was explosive.
That was sloshy.
And sloshy.
Mostly sloshy, yeah.
Yes, but it was a wonderful cork pop. A little bit of squeak. Overall, solid. That could win this thing. I think it might be enough. We'll see. We're going to see how it goes. KK's next.
I'm going to open up this Old Pepper Rye single barrel.
Okay.
Nothing.
That was just a little bassy. Not much going on there. Justine clearly still has the lead. Tim looks ready to go. He's next.
I got a bottle of Rush Creek single barrel double oak bourbon.
Okay.
It's a single barrel pick.
Nothing. Just silence. I got JD 14. This one I set aside. I was doing it on a bunch of shows for a while. About halfway gone. I hadn't done it for a while, so maybe the cork is regenerated here. Let's see what we got here. That was good. I still think Justine's was better. I liked what I threw out there, but it wasn't enough. Wasn't quite enough. Jeff's next.
I have a batch of Booker's 2501. This is called Barry's Batch.
Yep, Barry's batch. Okay. Oh, I think that's our leader. That was clean. That was clean. Yeah.
He's smiling. He knows it too.
It was clean, but it was fairly quiet on my end.
No, it was like a perfect cork pop. Yeah. There was no like squeak in there. There was no slosh. It was just
it was clean. That's for sure.
It would be one that we would use to isolate that sound and use as a cork pop sounder. That was that good. All right, Goeken, that's what you're facing though. You still got one here. You got a chance. What do you got?
Yeah, probably not much. I've got a well-loved bottle of Buzzard Juice. This is the Toasted Barrel Rye.
Okay. No, nothing there at all. That was
well used.
Yeah. So cheers to Jeff.
Everyone.
Cheers, Jeff.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
All right.
Jim, that looked like almost like a heel. Did you finish that one?
No, I'm bringing this to the heel party.
God. Ridiculous. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to try to see if we can come up with what is the right answer to what's your favorite bourbon. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
I'm Ryan Thompson, and I am a billionaire, and KK will get none of my whiskey, and I enjoy my single malt scotch. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily. Pendleton, where's my caviar?
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are talking about the right answer to what's your favorite bourbon.
Yes, we are. It's really one of my least favorite questions. I don't like this question. Because it feels like you're trying to be a dick or trying to be cool. Like, I like a lot of different things. You know, I'm not. But I don't have an answer, a queued up answer to what's your favorite bourbon. So what do you guys say to that? Yeah, because I know you guys have to get that question too, because you're into bourbon. Yeah. Someone's going to say, "Hey, well, what's your favorite bourbon?" Yeah. What do you guys say, and what should we say?
My standard answer is nothing you've ever heard of.
Well, that's not pretentious.
I was just going to go there. That's not controversial at all. That's going to make me ask a follow-up question.
He's probably right when you think about like the stuff that we like from the barrel shop. The people haven't heard of that. I mean, you can tell them something that they have no idea what it means. You know,
it's the right answer, but it's like I don't like. What you're trying to say is that I drink a lot of things that may not be the big heritage brands as you think would like, right. Or basically trying to say I don't like anything from Truffalo Base or something like that.
Yeah.
Because we love our friends at Truffalo Base.
We do.
Don't get me wrong.
I like all.
That's what people are wanting you to say, and I just won't say that. I don't. Yeah.
They're hoping they hear something that they've heard of and can connect with, like Blanton's. You're like, and they'll be like, yeah, the Blanton's. But unfortunately, that's not the right answer, really. I mean, anybody who says Blanton's is their favorite, I think is pretty sketch, actually.
I question what they've tasted.
Right.
Yeah. It depends on, like, who's asking me, like, kind of the crowd, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's somebody that I know is, like...
One of us.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like one of us or whatever, or if it's just like somebody here in Michigan, like obviously I'm gonna like give names of things that we can get in Michigan, but or like big brands or whatever. But yeah, it just depends on who I'm talking to, and if I know if they travel around and they go to Kentucky a lot or they go wherever, then I might alter it a little bit, but generally it's just stuff that is readily available.
Does anyone, Jim has a standard answer, but again, it doesn't point anybody in that direction. Does anybody have an answer that they throw out? Like, I like Wild Turkey Rare Breed. That's my favorite. Does anybody have something that they throw out like that? Because I don't. I don't. No.
It doesn't come out. It's because even when I'm looking, is what do I want tonight?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the thing.
It's a little bit different mood. It's no different for me than cigars. I have some favorites, ones that I'll go back to, but some nights I'm not in the mood for one of those.
Yeah.
No, you can make you can tell everyone, what's your favorite? That's the one in my glass. My favorite.
Usually the way I answer it, Jeff, is I say the one in my glass, and then I ask questions. Yes. Like, are you looking for new things? Do you have a proof point that you like? Is there a price point that you're looking for? And then after you talk to them, then if they're looking for something new and interesting, then you can direct them to something new and interesting. But if they just want to talk about how they got the whole BTAC collection
Right.
or a bottle of Pappy's. Well, good for you. When are we going to sit down and share that?
Right.
I will
I'll
drink
only
your
open
I
those
will
on
drink your
special
Tuffalo
occasions.
base.
Right. Yeah, it's such a weird question, because is that truly what they're asking? Is that the question they want to know the answer to? What is your favorite, or are they looking
No.
queued up to talk about themselves?
Exactly. They want to tell you what their favorite is and
Right.
why it's
Sure.
better.
Sure.
Well, I have a little story about this question.
Okay.
It was back when we were doing the Still 6:30 Fridays.
Yeah.
And I'm sure after you had interviewed Consuelo or Lupita or wherever I was that night, I asked you, Steve, what's your favorite bourbon?
Yeah.
And you hemmed and hawed. And I was like, well, I'm not looking like to go out and get it. You're someone that has so much experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering what you consider top notch.
Right.
And you finally answered.
Right. Yeah. I know what the answer is.
I can tell you what Steve's answer is.
Right. Yes.
I don't know the answer.
George T. Stagg.
I do, because I do think that's the ultimate bourbon. The reason for it contains that great combination of age, proof, flavor. It is, again, we think about how impossible to find it is, but it's also something that is out there, and it is available. Just people pay inflated prices for it, and that's what does it. Before these things caught on, the numbers haven't changed. I used to be able to buy all I wanted. I mean, so in reality, it's just this boom has ruined it as far as our ability to get it.
Completely ruined.
Yeah, but but I don't like to even throw that one out there. I would only do it when somebody like Kathy's pressing me, wanting to know what the answer is. But what goes with hand in hand with that is you'll never be able to find it anyway. So it's kind of a useless to tell. Almost kind of goes back to what Jim was saying, because you're not going to be able to find it. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. An answer I've given more recently is more style. So I said, I said, I really tend to prefer craft whiskeys, and I'll say it that way. But I also say I've really found that my palate loves a good pot stilled whiskey.
Bingo. Yes.
And I don't
That's
even
good.
always know
Me too.
that.
Me
I
too.
don't know it all the time going in, but I've found over time when you find out how they make it and you realize, holy cow, you like this one and this one and this one, and they're all similar that way.
Yeah.
Jeff, you hit it. That's my progression. So, Steve, on a recent bourbon show, I appreciate Jeremy Schell a lot, because he said he got caught. He gets told not to say. He's like, usually, what's your favorite whiskey? Well, it's my fourth or fifth. What are we pouring? Type of thing. And I get in trouble. I can't say that anymore. Then it's whatever's in my glass. And it's like, well, what do you really get to it? What are you drinking now? I usually get, I drink a lot of craft whiskey or smaller distillers and mid-sized distilleries. And I usually get the question, "Oh, that stuff's just too young and too hot. You like that younger whiskey?" And that's when I get pissed.
Right.
Like, so distilleries open for 10 and 14 years are in business for they're flaky. They're not doing it the right way. Okay, I got it. So I get a little hot. They're like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" And I said, "Well, let me hit it with you. I watch for pot distilled whiskeys. That's what I gravitate to. Andrees, you hit it, and they look at you cross-eyed. And then if I do get pressed on something like, what's the whiskey that you have, Steve? Yours is George T. Stagg. Mine's William LaRue Weller. I'm a wheat. I started as a wheat-based, wheat-flavored bourbon with Maker's Mark, and that one is like the unicorn for me that I've only got a chance to try once in my life.
Really?
And thank you, Mr. Steinkamp, at St. Louis Bourbon Palooza. At his investment whiskey event, he had two blind pours. One I guessed correctly, the other one I missed, and I had no idea. And he gave us all a pour of William LaRue Weller that he got for was 2024s, I think it was.
Nice.
And it was the first time I ever tried it. It's always one been on my unicorn list, but if I get pressed, I think you and I are in the same boat. We like what we like, and we know what's probably the best out there for that. And but Jeff, you hit it. Hot distilled whiskeys. And I love when people say, "Oh, you like craft stuff? It's so young." And I get pissed. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that just shows you they don't know. They have no idea.
What I'm really saying is I like the creativity of what's going on there, not industrial proof alcohol, industrial produced alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The distillery might be young, but doesn't mean the product is.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah. It's some of the best whiskeys in the world are made by the craft guys that are spread out across the United States. It's and that's why we do what we do at the Barrel Shop. We like to say we're getting the best whiskey in the world. We back it up by saying try it. That's what you got to do. And I don't know why people wouldn't want to, just keep their mind open and be on the journey of trying whiskey. I don't know, especially when you come to a place like the Barrel Shop, we're not charging them to try the whiskey. So you come in and you're like, I don't know if I like this. I only drink Buffalo Trace stuff or whatever, Jim Beam. You come in and sit down and try the stuff. And don't be like, well, I only like Jim Beam or I only like Buffalo Trace. Be like, let me sit down and taste this. And on the merit of how this tastes, I'm going to decide if I like this or not. That's what you need to do. I don't understand.
Do you like it or do you don't?
Yeah, but there's plenty of people that don't want to do that. They're like, they want to be locked in and,
would it benefit or would it be off-putting if you had Buffalo Trace and Jim Beam and you could do, like, say somebody comes in and is like, oh, that's all I drink, and you could give them 2 whiskeys and Buffalo Trace in a blind.
Yeah.
And let them try and go, okay, well, which one is, what do you like best?
Right.
I don't know if you could do that. I mean, that would be.
I know, but the thing is, we're doing things at cast strength. If we do like Buffalo Trace, that's like 90 proof. It's easy for them to tell, and a lot of them are dicks. I mean, I had a guy come in, and he's like, I like the the big brands, the stuff I know, and I'm a rye guy. I'm like, okay, well, I got a good rye for you, and I gave him a Demetrius Kane 100% malted rye. I said, here's a great example of a craft distillery. He started again. He's a big bourbon guy, so this is a problem when they say I'm a big bourbon guy, and that's the intro that you're going to have problems. And some of them are open; they're not all bad people, but that's where you potentially get the worst. This guy he takes one sip of it and starts gagging, and and that's bullshit. If you like whiskey, I mean, I get it. You taste it. That's not my favorite and all that. There's no way if you like whiskey that you're gagging on that whiskey, because it's been a great seller for us. We moved through that. People love it. There's no way. There's 0% chance that he was doing anything other than teaching me a lesson, because he knows more than I did. He knows more than me, and he wanted to show me that he knows more than me. And he showed that. His friends were like, "Oh my, I've never even seen you react to a whiskey like that before." Like, that's undrinkable. That one's undrinkable. Give me something else.
Recent reviews of the Barrel Shop after that event. Any recent reviews come in that were subpar? 3 stars or less?
No,
that's what I would be thinking is a setup.
Well, that's just someone they want to show you. I get that. I can act too. He can give me whatever he wants. He can give me whatever he thinks is the ultimate. Sazerac rye or whatever he thinks is the ultimate. I don't dislike that. But for him, I could be like, oh my god, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be sick.
I feel like that would have been the perfect day for Lenny to be in there and give that guy a piece of his mind.
Yeah.
He would have no problem.
Yeah, you just have to deal with some people. Some people you're just not going to win over. They're in it. That's all they can do and all they can know, and they think that's cool. And again, in the circles that they travel, they are revered because they are the big bourbon guy. The circles that they travel, and everybody looks to them. They go into a bar and they're like, "What's he ordering?
What should I get?"
Yeah.
You're a big bourbon guy,
right? Yeah. What should I get?
I was at a liquor store in where the hell was it? Somewhere in Kentucky. Like Wednesday or Thursday. And we're looking in the aisle. My son's with me, and we're just looking through to see, what's there. Because there's a lot of stuff in Kentucky liquor stores that you don't typically see other places. And they had the usual stuff, and they had, a couple of things. And there's a guy in there, and he's looking around, he's looking, and we start to talk about, what we're looking for. He's like, oh, that's a good one, and that's a good one. And then he's like, he holds out his arm, and he's got a sleeve of tattoos, and a bunch of them have bourbon stuff. And he's like, yeah, I'm a big bourbon guy. He's got the tats. I was just like, okay, all right, see ya.
Yeah. And that's the problem. The ones that are self-identified, because believe it or not, within our circle of friends, all of us here, and it's just it's a male-female term when I say big bourbon guy. We're all the big bourbon guy kind of in our groups, at least within certain circles of our groups that we hang out with, because we drink more bourbon than they do, and there'll be people that look to us. What should I get here? What cocktail do you recommend? Or what whiskey should I get in that cocktail? So. Yeah, it just happens, but not all of us react like a fool because people look to us for information. So, yeah, I don't know I don't think we resolved what the answer to it is. It's just, try to figure out why they're asking. Are they truly asking about that? What can you tell them? And talk about, I mean, reality, like, they're like, well, and they'll even say this. Well, okay, fine. When you're at home, what are you drinking? Well, I've got, 1,500 bottles, whatever I feel like at that time. And, there's certain nights where I'll just drink the same bottle. I'll go back and multiple pours from the same bottle. There's other nights where it'll be like, I'll get 2 or 3 pours, but each one's a different bottle because I just feel it's my collection as a whole is truly the answer to what my favorite is. That's truly the thing. It's not one brand, not one bottle. It's nothing like that.
I sat there the other day. I had this week off of work, and I noticed that my shelves were a little dusty. And so I just, I think it was Wednesday, whenever I text you, Steve, I'm just sitting on my kitchen floor, dusting the shelves and like drinking everything that I own.
Yeah, you were enjoying your collection.
Good staycation.
Yeah. Perfect staycation.
Yeah. Justine, you took a sneak look into my studio last time you were staying at the house, I understand. There's a few bottles in there, aren't there?
Just a couple. 1 or 2.
Yeah. I have a path through bottles to get to where I sit, so yeah. But other than that, it's basically a room of bottles. And this is not even all of it. I mean, I have equal to this downstairs in the basement, and then other places too. There's some in the kitchen. But it's not as bad as it used to be. Even Justine has to see that. It used to be.
Yeah, it used to be they have an island in the kitchen, and that was full of bottles. And then there was like bottles in the entryway to the den, and then they were everywhere.
Yeah, so that's all. I've done better. So there you go. Made the effort to get things cleaned up a bit. But yeah. So good luck out there with the answer to this question, I think, because you're all going to have to deal with it. Jeff, you got something else?
Yeah, you gave me a new idea here. So next time someone asks me, I'm going to say, you know what? I haven't found it yet, but let's keep trying.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Because even when we find it, it's not going to be what we drink every single time we pour
it.
Well, because the right answer, Jeff.
Because we drink single barrels, you're only going to get 1 bottle of it. So
yeah, and then you're on the journey to find the next one.
Then where's the next one?
Don't fall in love because it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah. Sometimes you accidentally buy 3 bottles on 3 visits. But
it happens.
Or you just buy a quarter barrel and then you just sit on it forever and you keep on whittling through. Yeah. That's when you know you really got a problem.
Yeah. Sean MacLeod, are you listening?
So, yes.
Yeah, he bought a whole barrel of Stumpies at like a charity auction.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
What do you do with it once you've got it?
Well, Sean, he can do pretty good when it comes to drinking. He famously was a 6-day-a-week Jack Daniel's drinker, a bottle a day. This is back when liquor stores weren't open on Sundays, and I would be like, well, why didn't you buy an extra one? He's like, well, I never thought to go ahead. I just have to do without on Sundays because I couldn't get a bottle. So he would buy a bottle each day and consume it. But so
wow.
I think he did give away some of his Stumpy stuff, but bought a whole barrel. So
Wow.
And I happened to be over there. I'm like, Sean, what are you doing? He's loading up the whole barrel in his truck. Yeah. I was like, okay. All right. Yeah. So there you go.
24 cases of whiskey.
Yeah. It's a lot. We'll wrap this one up.
Guy.
Yeah.
That's a month.
He is. He had a whole month worth of whiskey there. So we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
On Instagram, Facebook, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Well, we can't find you in the Cigar Dojo tonight. It's too hot out there.
Not tonight.
No.
Too dang hot.
No.
Balmy.
Yeah, balmy. Yeah.
It's beyond balmy.
KK.
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
Slide on the set.
My shoe size is a 13 if you're interested in sending me Skechers. And you can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at our flagship whiskey.
All right. Goeken.
I'm on Facebook at Jim Goeken and Instagram at Jimmy Big Hands.
Justine.
2 Z's.
1 Z. No S's.
Okay.
It's never not going to make me laugh.
I know.
Every time I can hear it 4,000 times, and I'm still going to laugh.
Jim, can you palm a basketball?
No.
No, I couldn't. I never could do it.
You have got to go to Jimmy Mitty hands. I can't take it anymore.
I have a huge hands. And the sausages, the big fat fingers.
He self-identifies as having huge hands.
I self-identify as sausage fingers.
All right.
It's very big in my hands. Yes.
Justine, help us out here.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
Okay, nothing catchy, no. Yeah,
no,
J_Maze. You got to do better. You got to do better.
I know. I need to think of a new one.
Yeah. All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. All of our content is out there, including the show where Jimmy Big Hands was born. You know, he didn't have social media for a long time, and then finally one day he gets it. So, yeah. So check that out. And more. All of our shows are out there, which is cool. Over 3,000 and counting. Also, come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. Justine, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments that helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.